What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to be unboxing and building and taking a look at the Blokees Transformers Galaxy version 11, the Lost Light. So this is the 11th in the series of a Galaxy version. I've been working with Blokees for, I think now almost 3 years. So it's been very rewarding. They did send this to me. But yes, what a great company to work with. And this kit in particular is pretty cool. There are no repaints, zero. They're all new characters. So I love that it's a mix of IDW and G1. So you're getting, a bunch of characters. We've got IDW Rodimus Prime, IDW Ultra Magnus, IDW Drift, and then we've got IDW Bludgeon. And then for G1, we've got Windcharger, we've got Brainstorm, Hound, Fortress Maximus, and Scourge. And then the chase figure for this one is the IDW Rodimus Prime, done in the shattered glass colors. So pretty cool, I love that it's all new. This side, just get that same image. It says Blokees Transformers. Let's get it open. And my collection of Blokees is pretty full. About to figure out a way to put these in. All right, we got all the boxes ready, and I opened them all just so you can see easier without me struggling. But there's IDW Rodimus, IDW Ultra Magnus. This side we got some line art, and then this side we got the options in the box, along with the chase figure. We'll see if we got the chase. There's also, if you open this up, you'll see there's a coming soon teaser. I'm 90% sure that is IDW Megatron with the shield. But yeah, so more IDW figures. We haven't gotten IDW Megatron. We only got the IDW Optimus. So let's get this open. And I'm only going to open up the bag just to see the character. All right, here is Scourge. And one thing I'm looking at is to see if they've changed any of the body style. It doesn't look like they have, so that's nice. This is the updated body, so you get the double jointed knees and the ab crunch. All right. And let's open up the collector's card here. So there you go. There is Scourge. Next, looks like Windcharger, not Cliff Jumper. Very nice. We have IDW Drift. He looks awesome. Even a lot of drifts lately, but looks like Bludgeon. Yes, here's Bludgeon. Looks like Brainstorm. Very nice. I'm excited they're doing the headmasters as well. Although these don't turn into headmasters, but you get the gist. Looks like Ultra Magnus. Let's see. Yes, Ultra Magnus. Very cool. We just reviewed the DJS toys. So again, this seems like a trend. Looks like Rodimus. Yes. So we did not get the chase. We got the standard Rodimus Prime. So mystery resolved. Still looks good though. I actually prefer this one. This looks like Hound. Very nice. I'm surprised we didn't get one all this time. All right, last one here. Fortress Maximus. And it's interesting, they've been doing these Titans in the same size. So these go a lot better with like the smaller ones or even like minifigures. But all right, let's get these guys built. I'm going to build them the usual way. We'll do them in kind of like a fast forward type. And then we'll take a look at each one. I'll go over the articulation on one of them. And then if the others are different, we'll look at that. All right, we're back from building. We'll start off with Windcharger here. All of them look incredible, but this guy has nice details. Painted chest, Autobot logo there, painted waist, painted shins. Here's the back. He does have a little backpack. Let's go over his articulation. The head is on a double ball peg. So the head ball peg gets up to there, down to there, rotates around, and I think I just broke a nail. And get to side. And the neck itself can move, so that gives you some additional articulation. Shoulders on a ball joint, rotate around, out to the side, up to there. Rotation at the ball joint as well as a rotation at the elbow. Single dominant elbow gets you past 90 degrees. You have a rotation at the wrist. It's actually a ball joint, so it rotates in every direction. Waist, you have an ab crunch, single piece here, so you get forward and backward, side to side, and a rotation, all in that ball joint. Legs will kick up to there, back to there, out to the side, rotation at the thigh, double jointed knee, full bend. Feet on a ball joint, so you get side to side, forward and backward, and a rotation. Plenty of nice articulation on these. All of them come with the hands. I'm just going to show you this one, and then we'll not show them after that. But you do get a pair of open expressive hands. And you can just pop off the original, pop on the new one. And he also comes with a weapon, this gun. You can put that in the hand and can use the open expressive hand to kind of hold it. So you can get something like this. Pretty good looking. All right, next we'll take a look at Drift. And this is the first IDW other than, I think, Optimus Prime. Actually, did we get an IDW Megatron as well? I think we might have. But yeah, this looks awesome. You got the yellow paint, blue paint for the eyes, yellow paint. The shoulders are like fully painted there. The blue and the gray there. Painted waist, painted abdomen, knees, shins. Here's the back. He does have 3 swords, which is pretty awesome. So you get this bigger, long sword. You get these 2, which fit into a holster, which is nice. And he can hold these as well. So you can give him 2 swords. You know, really outstanding looking figure. Pretty impressed and happy with this. And one thing I almost forgot to mention, you can store the longsword in the back. They put a spot there. That's very cool. And just for a quick comparison, there it is next to the IDW Optimus Prime. So you can see how they go together, pretty much the same size. All right, next we have Scourge, and he also looks really good. Nice painted beard, eyes on the face. Chest is also painted. You do have wings here. This, articulation is different, so I'll just add to it. It does swing in and out. They did that really well. You have extra hands here, so you get the open expressive hands, but you also get a pair of these crinkled hands, kind of like Matrix holding hands or whatever. Yeah, it looks really good. Here's his blaster. Nice big blaster. And there it is. The trio is completed. Galvatron, Cyclonus, and Scourge. Pretty nice set together. All right, next we'll take a look at Bludgeon. And this guy looks awesome. Look how much paint is on it. On the shoulders, chest, waist, knees, shins. You get a new sword here. You do have these, which can rotate and become guns. You also have these treads on the back, which I thought was pretty cool, the way they did it. These hip skirts are new, so this is a new design. I want to show that. These are on a C-clip. They're nice and sturdy. They don't just pop off, so I like that. That's done very well. The head sculpt is pretty good too. Got that skull face. Overall, I like this a lot. All right, next up we have Hound. And if you haven't noticed, I'm switching back and forth between IDW and G1. But this looks stellar. I love what they did. They got the star Autobot logo there. Really nice detail on the chest for the lights, the winch. Everything's there. Nice painted waist. The wheels here on the legs. Here's the back. He does have articulation here on this missile. You can remove the front of the missile if you want to actually pretend to fire it. It's pretty tight, but you can remove that. If you wanted to put this in the hand, I don't think it comes with a peg that's the right size. So he doesn't have a separate gun. I feel like he should have come with a separate gun, but either way, I really love the way this looks. All right, next we've got IDW Ultra Magnus. And having just looked at the DJS toys, this is a pretty cool looking version. He is more tall and svelte compared to the G1 version we got. You do have the missiles here on the arms, as well as the stacks on top. If you don't like those, you can take them off, but pretty good looking. Here's his gun, right? IDW. Paint on the chest, waist, knees, and shins. Here's the back. It is sculpted detail on the back too. And yeah, I really like how this looks too. All right, next we've got G1 Fortress Maximus. And he is pretty cool. He's got lots of nice paint detail. Shoulders, forearms, chest, abs. He does have fold out guns on the legs. How cool is that? They did not have to work that in there, but they did. Nice face sculpt too. He does come with a little mini Cerebros. I think that's Cerebros. Not 100% sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But very cool. Here's the back. Does have a little backpack. Nice big sword for Fort Max here. That looks nice. All in all, it's a very good looking version of Fort Max. And we have gotten some others, so here it is with Metroplex, Scorponok, and Triptychon. So we do have a bunch of Titans now. All right, next up we have IDW Rodimus Prime. And he looks awesome. I didn't get the Chase one, the Shattered Glass version, but I actually prefer this one, so I'm glad I got this. Painted yellow for the horns, blue for the face, yellow here, yellow on the chest, yellow painted abdomen, painted waist, painted shins and knees. He does have his exhaust pipes here. Nice new sculpt for the gun. I love that they're just sculpting new things. They're not just borrowing parts from everybody. The wings are posable, so these can go in and out. I just really, I think they're keep innovating and doing new things, and it always impresses me. I'm always like, yeah, what else are they going to do? And then they come along and do something new that surprises me. But that looks great. Now we can put him with Ultra Magnus. I do wish this guy was a little bit taller. They're about the same size. Magnus to me should be a bigger character, but either way, I think they look good together. All right, last but not least, we get Brainstorm, and I did purposely save this for last because I think it's such a cool version of Brainstorm. I mean, look at the paint detail on the face, on the chest, waist, knees, shins, the wings out here. Even on the back, you got details right here. It has a ton of extra articulation and features, so you get these guns can fold down over the shoulder and become blasters. And we also get articulation here on this wing, articulation on this wing. You get the legs, the wings, these wings don't move, but it does look accurate. It's just such a good looking version. And they gave you something really cool. So you get this little briefcase. You open it up, and he's got his blaster inside. I just love that. I think that's so cool. So creative. He can hold it. So if you're going to put it in here, you can slide it over. This will clip over the top, and I can walk around with his briefcase with the gun inside. Or you can put the gun in his hand. Like, how smart is that? That's just so cool. I think it could even, double as IDW Brainstorm, but really well done. So final recommendations on the Blokees Transformers Galaxy version 11 Lost Light. This is an excellent, excellent set. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5, a strong recommendation. And I don't want you to think I'm doing that just because I got this sent to me. I really think Blokees innovates every time. They don't get lazy. There are occasionally repaints and, borrowed parts. But for the most part, every single one of these has newly molded parts. New weapons, new features like this, suitcase, new sword, new guns. Every time there's something new. In this particular set, there are no repaints. There's no retools, right? It's all new mold, which I love. I also love that they're mixing it up with G1 and IDW, so you're not getting bored. And you're also, if you're a fan of a different continuity, you're getting some of those characters. So, really satisfying. I think also for kids, it's a fun thing to put them together, but for adults, it's characters that you really would relate to, especially in IDW, right? I don't know if kids really relate to that. So yeah, it just, hits all of the marks for me personally. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.